shift from that report to really leaning into 2025. And there were some implications in that report, but talk specifically about hybrid. You brought up
Yeah,
just what has happened in the last 5 years, right? Obviously, COVID, crazy enough. You can imagine was almost 5 years ago when that was
I know. I know.
right. And then we saw events are coming back. Oh, events are not coming back. Events are not coming back. As hybrid events continue to evolve, do you see a balance between virtual and in-person shifting, growing, evolving? If so, how?
I do see a balance. It has been painful to your point over the past 5 years. It's like this pendulum just going back and forth with the market, with acceptance and all of that, but I do think that, to your point, I do think that there is going to be that kind of continued consolidation of what we do for a living and how that's going to find a larger picture, in our society. Because I think that there's a lot of it. Marketers came out of the COVID years, um, whether or not they wanted to, whether or not they'll admit it, they came out of the years understanding that hybrid and virtual events are fairly valuable, coming up with ways to make it now appropriate and acceptable for someone to spend time online at a conference. That used to be one of the bigger hurdles, I think, was is that, prior to those years, it was absolutely an outlier about, oh, I'm not going to go to Florida, I'm just going to, I'm going to join it online. That's now even beyond acceptable. It's preferable in a lot of ways. And so I do think that the use of that and the fine tuning of the hybrid environment, um, is going to continue to solidify even more as we go through, because of the values that it brings, because of the ability to gather audiences that might not be the first ones to jump on your plane, but absolutely can fit into that sales funnel and become a part of your actionable, not passive but direct marketing to nurture those leads. So yeah, I don't want to go through the last 5 years again. I'll be the first to say that I'm done with the roller coaster ride, but I do think where we're at and seeing that kind of solid platform, that solid foundation, and that understanding and acceptance of what virtual events can do for a business, in that gradual climb.